Hey everyone, so this is my review of Legends of Tomorrow, Season 4, Episode 3, called Dancing Queen. And essentially what this episode is about is that the team discovers a new magical fugitive hiding in 1970s London. And this fugitive is targeting the British monarchy. And this was such an interesting and fun episode that I really enjoyed how they chose to sort of show and do the storyline and stuff. And just who this magical fugitive ended up being and stuff was really interesting. And I enjoyed that this episode was kind of very heavily focused somewhat on Ray, because of the fact that he ended up being the one who had to sort of go undercover with this group and try and figure out who the magical creature is and what sort of magical creature it is. And that was very interesting to see how all that played out and stuff. And how he sort of bonded with this group and stuff was very fun and funny, with this group being a very punk rock sort of band and Ray's not a very punk rock sort of person. So how he had to sort of go and do all these trials and prove himself was really, really fun and funny, and I enjoyed it so much. And then the discovery of what this magical creature was really interesting, with it being discovered that it's a shapeshifter. And then what Ray sort of had to do going forward because of that was interesting, with him not wanting to banish this shapeshifter to hell, because technically this shapeshifter hasn't really done anything massively wrong or hurt anyone really. They've just been trying to live their life, and that sort of causes a lot of chaos around them. And just how all that played out and stuff was really interesting to see, and I enjoyed it so much. And then everything around John Constantine in this episode was really great, with them sort of playing out and revealing more of his backstory and stuff, which wasn't all that surprising or new to me, because I enjoy Constantine so much as a character that all that backstory and stuff I already know. So it was more fun to just see how it all played out. And just all that was really great, and I loved it so much. Then everything with Nate in this episode was interesting, with him sort of dealing with whether or not he wants to stay back at the Time Bureau and work for them, or if he wants to go back with the Legends and stuff. And him sort of navigating and trying to find a middle ground between those two was really interesting and great to see, especially with him and Gary sort of teaming up to go and try and stop another magical creature. And just how all that played out and stuff was really, really fun, and I enjoyed it so much. And then probably my favorite moment in this episode was revolving around Ray and him doing one of these trials and stuff, where he had to go and kidnap one of the Queen's corgis, and just how all that played out and how Mick and Sarah sort of helped him to accomplish that goal to gain the group's trust and stuff was so much fun, with how it all played out and how Ray was kind of oblivious to all of what was going on, and that makes me very curious to know if he was actually oblivious or if he was just sort of playing along with everything. And then just overall, this was a really, really great and interesting episode that was so much fun to watch, and I can't wait to see what they're going to do in the episodes going forward now that this potential new member of the team is going to join them, and how this member of the team sort of looks like Amaya. So that was my review of Legends of Tomorrow, Season 4, Episode 3, called Dancing Queen. So, yeah.